Good morning, students. I hope you all are safe and fine at home. Today, we will discuss the fifth part of chapter 2 landforms, that is, plains. Plains are the broad flat land as the area where we used to live, our Haryana. It also comes under the plains. Before starting the video, first let us look at the schema of the session. Today we will learn about the plains, types of plains, importance and advantages of plains, impact of plains on the life of people. Firstly, the plains. Plains are the low flat land with a very gentle slope. In some areas, the surface is plain or leveled, but some areas are adulting or rolling or rough. It means that some of the plains have very few small hills, or we can say a little bit ups and downs. Its elevation is about 500 feet above the sea level. It doesn't exceed the height of 200 meter above the sea level. As it exceeds the height, it will become a plateau. They are mostly found in the middle of continents. Plains are formed by the different processes. On the basis of formation, they are classified into three types: structural plains, erosional plains, and depositional plains. First of all, we will study about the structural plains. Structural plains are formed when the rock layers are almost horizontal, or we can say tectonic plates are horizontal near the coast. These plains are broad and wide. For example, eastern coastal plains. If they are near the mountains, then the newly formed plains are not very broad, not very wide. Next is the erosional plains. As it is clear by the name only that the plains that are formed due to the erosion of that area, or we can say due to the continuous wearing away of the high land, convert highland into the lowland. As plains near the Aravallis, they are formed due to the erosion. The main agents of erosion are wind and the running water, due to which the erosional plains are formed. Next is the depositional plain. As it's again clear from the name that it is formed due to the deposition of the sand, clay, and silt from the other high places to the low lying areas. As now we can say that the areas from where the wind and water are eroding the rocks become the erosional plains, and the areas where the agents are depositing the eroded material forms the depositional plains as our Gangetic plains. Let us take different areas from the world as their example. Structural plains. Russian platforms are a good example of structural plains. Next is the erosional plains. West Siberian plains are a good example of erosional plains. Then the depositional plains, a very fertile area, very familiar to us as the northern plains of India are its example. Next is the Mississippi, Missouri basin in the USA and Yangtze basin in China. Now is the characteristics and advantages of the plains. It is a leveled low surface area. The plains are rich in alluvial soil deposits, so they are very fertile. As they are fertile and low areas, they are densely populated. Advantages are also related to the characteristics. These areas are very beneficial as all the things are easily available over there. They have rich fertile soil, so agriculture is very good. Due to the flat surface in such areas, buildings are constructed very easily. Communication is also very easy as the people used to live nearby. Constructions of roads, railways and airports is also very easy. That is why the cities in such areas are densely populated, or we can say the mostly big cities are located in the plain areas. If we compare the people living in the mountains, plateaus and plains, we will find the plains are the mostly populated area or densely populated area. Because of the plain flat area, construction is very easy. In some areas, climate is severe, that is either too hot, too cold, or too wetty. So, these areas are not developed or are the barren areas. Over there, where there is very hot and very cold. As if we take the example, the coastal areas have moderate climate, but far from the coast, as in the northern India, have the severe climate. Temperate region is the region between the Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle. That means a middle region, far from the equator and far from the poles. Regions are more or less moderate. Moderate means that it is not very hot and not very cold. Due to the plain areas, the agriculture is done in abundance. Even roadways, railways, airways, and inland waterways are easily built due to transport network and large buildings. Plains are suitable for the industries also. So we can say that the agriculture, industries, and trade and commerce are the main occupations of the plain areas. Even the house are made up of concrete building material that is easily available in the plain areas. This is all for this chapter. This was the last topic of this chapter. I hope you all will go through with this chapter properly and prepare for your test. Thank you.